Hello, good day to everyone. So welcome to General Mathematics, Module 2. So our focus today is rational functions. Now let's define what is rational function. So when we say rational function, it is a function of the form r of x equal to p of x over q of x, where p and q are polynomials and q of x should not be equal to 0. Tanong, Sir, bakit hindi pwede maging equal to 0 yung q of x? It's because if our q of x is equal to 0, then what will happen to our function or expression? It becomes undefined. So we cannot determine the value. Now let's have an example of a rational function. So number 1, we have r of x is equal to 5x squared over 3 plus x. Then, number 2, we have g of x is equal to x squared plus 16 over x minus 4. So in number 1, our p of x is 5x squared, and then our q of x is equal to 3 plus x. In number 2, our p of x is equal to x squared plus 16, and then below, our q of x is equal to x minus 4. And then for number 3, we have even example, f of x is equal to 6x squared plus 3x over 3x. So our p of x here is 6x squared plus 3x, and then below, our q of x is equal to 3x. So these three given examples are rational function. You can identify if the given is a rational function simply by looking at the given equivalent is equal to is in the form of p of x over q of x, and then there is the function notation r of x, g of x, commonly used f of x, then that is an example of rational function. Now let's define what is rational equation. So when we say rational equation, it is an equation that contains one or more rational expression. So example, we have here 9x over 3 is equal to 27 over 3. So again, by definition, it contains a rational expression. So our rational expression here is 9x over 3. On the other side is 27 over 3. So in between there is the equal sign, then it is a rational equation. Now let's have number 2. So in number 2, our rational expression is x squared minus 10 over x plus 1. Then on the other side we have negative 3x over x plus 1. So there is the presence of equal sign, then it is a rational equation. Number 3 also is an example of rational equation because of the rational expression and there is the presence of equal sign. So madali lang tandaan, if the given is a rational equation, pag merong rational expression, okay, in the form of p of x over qx, and then of course merong equal sign. So with that is the given, then that is rational equation. Okay, now let's proceed to rational inequality. So when we say rational inequality, it is composed of rational expression combined with the inequality symbol. So we have 4 inequality symbols. So less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, less than, or greater than. So let's have example. So number 1, we have 6 over x plus 2 greater than or equal to 0. So in the given example, we have the inequality symbol greater than or equal to, and then there is the rational expression 6 over x, then that is an example of rational inequality. Number 2, we have the rational expression 2x over x minus 2, and then there is the inequality symbol. So for number 2, that is an example of rational inequality. Number 3 also is an example of rational inequality because of the presence of inequality symbol and the rational expression x squared minus 4 over 3 minus x. Madali lang tandaan na if the given is a rational inequality. So, tingnan lang yung inequality symbol. If there is the inequality symbol, and then, of course, there is the rational expression, then it is a rational inequality. Now, I want you to identify if the given is a rational function, rational equation, or rational inequality. So let's have number 1. So for number 1, it is a rational equation. That is correct. Next, number 2, that is rational inequality. Number 3, of course, that is rational inequality. Number 4, we have rational equation. Rational function because of the presence of the function notation and the rational expression. Next, number 5, we have rational equation. And then, number 6, yes, that is rational inequality. Number 7, we have rational function. For number 8, it is not a rational function or inequality or function. So, none of these because it has a radical symbol. So, if that is the given, then that is not considered in any of those three. I hope you can identify now what is rational equation, rational inequality, or rational function. So again, pag sinabi natin rational equation, there is the presence of the equal sign, and of course, there is the one or more rational expression. And then, pag sinabi natin rational inequality, andun yung inequality symbol combined with the rational expression. And then, of course, for rational function, napakadaling tandaan. So, there is the function notation. F of x, yung commonly used talaga is f of x, g of x, ano pa ba? So, it depends on the given. So, if there is the function notation, and there is the rational expression, and then there is the equal sign, then it is a rational function. So this time, our focus is solving rational equation. So the best way to solve rational equation is to eliminate the denominators. Now this can be done by multiplying each side of the equation by the LCD. So later we're going to discuss what is that LCD, and then I'm going to show you the step-by-step process in solving rational equation for you to follow. Okay, so we have here the given problem. Solve for the value of x, wherein the given equation is x over 5 plus 1 over 4 is equal to x over 2. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to copy the problem. So we have x over 5 plus 1 over 4 is equal to x over 2. So to solve this rational equation, we need to transform this one into non-fractional form. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find the LCD, or the least common denominator. So in our given, our denominators are 5, 4, and 2. So we're going to find the least common multiple of the following denominator. So we multiply 5 by 1, then 5 times 2 we have 10, and then 5 times 3 we have 15, and then 5 times 4 we have 20. Same also, the same process. 4 times 1 we have 4, 4 times 2 we have 8, and then 4 times 3 we have 12, 4 times 4 we have 16, and 4 times 5 we have 20. And then continue the same process. 2 times 1, then we have 4, 6, then 8, 10, we have 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Okay, as you can see, the least common multiple is equal to 20. That is why our LCD is equal to 20. Okay, so if we have now our LCD, which is equal to 20, so what we're going to do is we're going to multiply both sides by our LCD, which is 20. So we have now 20 times x over 5 plus 1 over 4. And then we multiply also to this side x over 2 times 20. And then we're going to simplify this one by simply distribute this 20 to each of the terms. So we have now 20x over 5 plus, so 20 times 1 we have 20 over 4, and then multiply 20 times x, we have 20x over 2. Tanong, sir, paano naging 20x? Paano naging 20 over 4? Pwede ba natin i-multiply yung 20 sa baba? Okay, remember in multiplying fraction, we need to multiply numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator. So, we have here 20. So, we multiply this one to the numerator, 20x. That is why this is the result. We simply copy 5. And then 20 times 1, we have 20. And then just copy the denominator, 4. The same process here on the other side, 20 times x, we have 20 over x. Next, 20 divided by 5, we have 4, and then just copy x. Plus, 20 divided by 4, we have 5 is equal to, so 20 divided by 2, that is 10, just copy x. Now, to find the value of x, we need to combine like terms. So, we have here 4x, and then 10x. So, they have the same variables. So, what we're going to do, we're going to combine this one. So, by addition property of equality, so we're going to add negative 4x here, and then just copy 5. And then we also add negative 4x here. Okay, so 4x minus 4x, that is equal to 0. And then the remaining, we have 5 only. And then on this side, 10x minus 4x. So we simply subtract the number. 10 minus 4, we have 6x. And then copy the variable x. So remember, in adding and subtracting expression with the same variable, all we have to do is add or subtract the number and we copy the variable. So, we divide both sides by 6. Ayan. And then, make sure our equal sign is along with the fractional bar. So, cancel. And then, we have now x is equal to 5 over 6. Now, if you're not sure with your answer, okay, we can check. So, checking tayo. Okay, so our rational equation given, we have 5 over x over 5 plus 1 over 4 is equal to x over 2. So remember, in our solution, we come up with the value of x, which is equal to 5 over 6. So we're going to change this x by 5 over 6. And then just copy plus 1 over 4 is equal to, now remember yung value ng x natin is 5 over 6, and then just copy the denominator 2. Okay. Now, balikan natin kung paano kayo mag-solve ng or mag-divide ng fraction. Okay, review muna tayo dito. If we have 5 over 6, divide by 5. So, to solve this one, we simply copy 5 over 6 and then we change the sign from division to multiplication, and we find the reciprocal of this. The reciprocal of 5, we have 1 over 5. And multiply. So cancel, cancel. We have now the result 1 over 6. So we're going to simplify this one. We're going to simplify this one. The result is equal to 1 over 6. And then on the other side, just copy 1 over 4. Okay, the same process. 5 over 6. Then change the operation to multiplication, and the reciprocal of 2 is 1/2, and simplify. Okay, that is 5 over multiply 2 times 6, we have 12. So in multiplying fraction, we multiply numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator. So we have 5 times 1 is equal to 5. 6 times 2, we have 12. So our result here is 5 over 12. How to simplify this one? We have 1 over 6 plus 1 over 4. So we're going to find the LCD of 6 and 4, that is, okay, 12. And then, copy natin dito sa side. 5 over 12. Okay, so since the denominator is equal to 12, now 12 divided by 6, we have 2, and then times 1, that is 2. Just copy the operation, plus, and then 12 divided by 4, we have, okay, 3 times 1, we have 3. And then continue, 5 over 12. Okay, simplify this one, we have now the result 5 over 12. So since the result is equal, then 5 over 6 is the solution for the rational equation. So I hope nakuha yung process. Tandaan lang, in solving rational equation, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to eliminate the denominator. So to eliminate that one, you need to find the LCD. So in this given example, our LCD is 20. Then, if you have already your LCD, you multiply that one to both sides of the equation and then simplify. So the result is a non-fractional form. And then, combine like terms to solve for the value of x. And then, if you're not sure with your answer, then you can proceed to the checking process. So, plug in the value of x to the original equation, and then solve. If the result is equal, then it is true for that value of x. Okay, let's have another example. So we have here 1 over x minus 1 is equal to 2 over x plus 1. So in solving rational equation, ano yung unang tandaan? we have to transform the equation into non-fractional form. So to transform that one, we need to find the LCD. Now, by looking at the equation, we can say that LCD is equal to x minus 1 and then x plus 1. Okay? Now, since we have already our LCD, so what we're going to do is we multiply the LCD to both sides of the equation. So we have now x minus 1, x plus 1 times 1 over x minus 1 is equal to, okay, copy 2 over x plus 1. Then our LCD, x minus 1 and then x plus 1. So we apply multiplication property of equality. Okay, so we already multiplied the LCD to both sides. So next is we're going to simplify. So yung result, magiging x plus 1 na lang. Kasi if we're going to multiply this 1, makancel yung x minus 1. So yung matitira, x plus 1 times 1, the result is x plus 1. Is equal to multiply this one, the LCD to this term, 2 over x plus 1. So, maka-cancel ngayon yung x plus 1. So, yung matitira na lang is x minus 1 times 2. And we have the result, 2 times the quantity, x minus 1. Okay. So, as you can see, we already transformed it to non-fractional form. So, we can now solve for the value of x. So, copy x plus 1 and then multiply. Distribute natin itong 2 to each of the term. So, 2 times x, that is 2x. And then 2 times negative 1, that is negative 2. Okay, as you can see, we already transformed the equation into non-fractional form. So, we're going to combine like terms. So, the like terms here, we have x and 2x. So, copy 2x. Now, remember yung sabi ko kanina, instead of applying addition property of equality, instead of adding negative x to both sides to eliminate this positive x, so what we're going to do is we transfer this x to the other side. So, magiging from positive, magiging negative. So, remember in mathematics, that is not acceptable. Walang properties na mag-support yan. Okay? So, yung sa atin lang is shortcut. So, mabilisan lang. So, from positive, pag ilipat natin, dadaan sa equal sign. Pag ilipat natin sa kabila, maging negative. Okay? And then, these two, ilipat natin sa kabila kasi we combine like terms, we combine those expression with variables and those expression with those whole numbers, okay? Or integers, okay? So, lipat natin itong negative 2 sa kabila, magiging, so copy 1, eto siya from positive, pag ilipat natin, magiging positive. Uulitin ko, etong x, ilipat natin sa kabila, from positive, magiging negative. And then, etong 2, lipat na sa kabila, from negative, magiging positive. Okay, since we have already the value for x is equal to 3, if you are not sure with your answer, so we can have checking. So, checking tayo. So, the original is x minus 1 is equal to 2 over x plus 1. Okay, since our x is equal to 3, palitan lang natin yung x, which is, palitan natin yung value ng x is equal to 3, and then, minus 1, 2 over, yung value ng x natin is 3 plus 1, and then, simplify, 1, 3 minus 1, that is 2, and then, dito naman, 2 over 3 plus 1, that is 4. And then 1 half, simplify 2 over 4 into its simplest form, that is 1 half. So as you can see, both sides are equal, then we can say that the value of x is equal to 3. So it is true, or the solution for the rational equation given is equal to 3. Now, since the both sides are equal, we can say now that the solution for the rational equation in number 2 problem is equal to 3. Again, ulitin ko, in solving rational equation, you need to transform the given into non-fractional form. So, in doing that one, you need to find the LCD. And then, after you find the LCD, you multiply the LCD to both sides of the equation, simplify, and then combine like terms to solve for the value of x. And then, if you're not sure with your answer, you can check, copy the original, plug in the value of x, and then if both sides are equal, then we can say that your result is correct, or your value of x is true for the given rational equation. Okay, let's have another example. So we have 1 over 2x minus 1 over x plus 1 is equal to 1 over 3x squared plus 3x. Okay, so to solve this one, we need to transform this into non-fractional form. Okay, so we need to factor out the denominator, 2x minus x plus 1 is equal to, okay, factor out, yung common sa dalawa is 3x. And then, yung matitira, pag ilabas natin yung 3x, yung maiwan na lang dito sa 3x squared is only x. Now, dito naman, copy yung sign, plus, okay? And then, dito naman, pag ilabas natin yung 3x, yung maiwan na lang is 1. Okay. So, with this one, we can now find the LCD. So, the LCD, so we have here common factor, x plus 1, common factor is x. Okay, so copy the common factors, x plus 1, close, and then common x. Okay, so we have here 3 and 2 multiplied at 1. 3 and 2 multiplied at 1, we have 6. So our LCD now is equal to 6x times the quantity x plus 1. Okay, so what is next? We multiply the LCD to both sides of the equation. So our LCD is 6x times the quantity x plus 1. Okay, and then we have here 1 over 2x minus 1 over x plus 1, close, and then the other side, 3x times the quantity x plus 1, close. And then we use the bracket. It's because we already used the parentheses inside. Okay, and then our LCD, 6x times x plus 1. Okay, now to simplify this one, okay, we distribute this LCD to each of the term. So when we distribute, we multiply. Okay, step by step natin para mas maintindihan talaga. Okay, so pag i-multiply natin ito dito, we multiply it to the numerator. So 6x times x plus 1 over 2x. and then minus. Multiply naman natin itong 6x or the LCD to 1. So 1 times the LCD, we have 6x, x plus 1. Okay, step by step tayo ha, para masundan talaga. And then, this is plus 1. Okay? And then, copy the denominator, x plus 1. Same also, on the other side, we multiply this LCD to this term, and we have the result, 6x, and then x plus 1. Okay? 1 times this LCD, the result is equal to the LCD itself. So, pag i-multiply natin itong LCD to 1, the result is the same, 6x times the quantity x plus 1. And then, copy the denominator below, 3x, and then x plus 1. Okay? So, ulitin ko, etong LCD natin, i-multiply natin dito sa 1 over 2x, yung result, 6x times the quantity x plus 1 over 2x. And then, etong LCD naman, i-multiply natin sa kabila. So, sa numerator, ito yung result. Then, i-copy lang natin yung denominator. Okay? Is equal to, the same process. Ito siya, i-multiply natin dito. So, yung result, magiging 6x times the quantity x plus 1. And then, copy the denominator, 3x, x plus 1. So, step by step lang tayo para masundan talaga. And then, i-cancel natin yung mga dapat i-cancel. Okay? So, here, cancel yung x, common. And then, 6 divided by 2, that is 3. And then, eto siya, copy lang, bring down. Okay? X plus 1. And then, common, cancel. Yan. So, the result is 6x. Sorry, it should be minus. And then, is equal to, cancel, cancel. Cancel yung x, common. And then, 6 divided by 3, that is 2. Okay? So, we have now the result. And it is non-fractional form. Okay? So, simplify. Multiply this 3 to x, the result is 3x. Multiply this 3 to 1, the result is equal to 3. Copy the operation, minus, and then copy 6x is equal to 2. So, combine like terms, 3x minus 6x is equal to 2. And then, lipat natin sa kabila. And then, 2. And then, to eliminate this 3, we add both sides by negative 3. So, kung mag-add tayo ng negative 3 dito, and then mag-add tayo ng negative 3, so cancel. And then, we have now negative 3. So, ano yung purpose natin? Bakit nag-add tayo ng negative 3? To eliminate the 3 dito na side. So, yung sa kabila naman, mag-add din tayo ng negative 3. So, you have now 2 minus 3. And simplify this one, we have negative 3x. And then, 2 minus 3, the result is negative 1. Okay? And then, divide both sides by negative 3. Okay? Since we are solving for the value of x. Make sure yung equal sign natin is along with the fractional bar. Ayan. Okay? So, cancel. Negative 3 divided by negative 3. So, cancel yan. And then negative divided by negative, that is positive. So, we have now, our final answer is x is equal to 1 over 3. Okay? Okay, so this is the given equation. Okay, now that we have the value for x, which is 1/3, so palitan natin lahat ng x sa 1/3. Okay? So, palitan natin lahat ng x. Kasi yung value ng x is 1/3. So, this is now 1/3 minus. And this is 1/3 plus 1. And then, copy 1, 3 times 1 over 3, yan, raised to 2, plus 3 times 1 over 3. Next, simplify. So, copy lang yung numerator na 1, and then 2 times 1/3, that is 2 over 3 minus 1. Okay? So, to simplify this one, 1 over 3 plus 1, or sabihin natin 3 over 3 kasi 3 over 3 is equal to 1. Yung purpose natin is para mabilis natin ma-simplify. So, the result is 4 over 3. Okay, so this is now equivalent to 4 over 3. And then, copy 1. So, multiply. So, dito, merong exponent. We have to simplify first the exponent. So, copy 3, and then 1/3 raised to 2, the result is 1 over 9. Okay? And then, dito sa kabila, 3 times 1/3, so cancel. Yung maiwan na lang is 1. Okay? So, ulitin ko dito. Paano naging 1 over 9? It's because we distribute the exponent 2 to the numerator and denominator. So, pag distribute natin 2 sa numerator, 2 raised to 2, 1 raised to 2, the result is equal to 1. And then, 3 raised to 2, the result is equal to 9. Okay? And then, simplify this one. Sige, pakita natin step by step talaga. 1, change the operation to multiplication, and the reciprocal of this is 3 over 2 minus 1 times 3 over 4 is equal to, and then cancel. So, our result now is equal to 1/3 plus 1. Okay? And then, multiply this one, the result is 3 over 2. 1 times 3 over 2, the result is 3 over 2, minus 1 times 3 over 4, the result is 3 over 4. So, ayan. Is equal to, and then, 1 over, simplify, pagkita natin, 1/3 plus 1, or pwede natin sabihin na 3 over 3. So, the result is 4 over 3. And this is now equivalent to 4 over 3. Ayan. And then, copy 3 over 2 minus 3 over 4 is equal to, reciprocal natin. So, the result is 3 over 4. So, we're going to subtract 3 over 2 minus 3 over 4. So, we have to find the LCD. So, the LCD is 4. So, 4 divided by 2, the result is 2 times 3, that is 6. Then, 4 divided by 4, the result is 1 times negative 3, that is negative 3. It's equal to 3 over 4. And then, let's continue. 6 minus 3, the result is 3. And then, 4, copy the denominator, 4. And then, we have also 3 over 4. So, as you can see, both sides are equal. Then, we can say that the solution for the given rational equation is equal to 1 over 3. As you can see, medyo mataas masyado yung solution natin. Kasi pinapakita ko lang yung step-by-step process talaga kung paano yung uh, pag-solve ng rational equation. So I hope with this video, makaka-answer na kayo sa mga module nyo, sa mga activities yan. So I hope this answer all your problem in rational equation. So thank you and God bless.